Back at it again, baby, and we got another one with Candace Owens. Let's dive in.
Not the only person that's running around trying to squeeze out crocodile tears. This next story involves me and Patrisse Cullors. You remember Patrisse Cullors? She is the founder of Black Lives Matter, the movement. It's all about Black lives. Put tons of money, donate money to rinse yourself of white guilt. Well, I've been working on a documentary about Patrisse Cullors. I've been wondering, I've been asking, I've been searching for the answer to this question. Black Lives Matter reported to have raised more than $90 million on the back of George Floyd and other Black people that died at the hands of police, as they say. And no one seems to be able to account for the dollars. So I thought I would like to take a look at this. Patrisse jumped on Instagram as we were recording this, and I was outside of her home, and here is her explaining.
There was, and I touched on this in another video previously, but for any of the new individuals here, first of all, welcome. Hope you subscribe. But there was a report of $90 million being donated to the BLM organization, and I want to say like 30 million was accounted for, documented. As far as spent, I don't remember exactly what it was spent on, but there was 60 million that nobody just knew what happened to. Just gone, vanished. And I think the reason why we don't know what happened to it, and why we may never know exactly what happened to it, is because it's spent. It is gone, blown, or in personal bank accounts somewhere. That's my conclusion, but you guys can let me know what you think in the comment section. And obviously we got, the money being spent on mansions and things like that, but yeah.
What took place?
This morning I woke up to Candace Owens being outside of my house with a news crew. She was demanding that I come outside. And when I looked at the video recording of what she was asking about, she was actually asking about the Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation property. And for some reason, it seems like she thought my house was that. It's unacceptable and it's dangerous that any stranger come outside of my house, but it's really unacceptable and dangerous when Candace Owens, another Black woman who is actually working as a part of a
Sounds like
agenda.
Patrisse is afraid of Black people. That seems like a little bit of racial profiling, Patrisse. You might want to check that. First and foremost, she's a liar. We know this. It's why I've nicknamed the movement Black Lives Matter. She starts out by saying, I woke up to Candace Owens outside of my house. It was about 10 a.m., Patrisse. You're lazy. And it obviously had no...
10 a.m. Sheesh. I listen, I'm an early riser. I literally cannot stay in bed. 10 might be the latest, and that's if I go to sleep at like 6 in the morning. 7 in the morning type situation. So yeah, that's quite late, at least for me. How late? What time do y'all wake up? Sheesh.
Idea she was inside. She contradicts herself when she retells the story. First, she says, Candace demands that I come outside. That absolutely never happened. But she's trying to create this imagery of her being afraid and scared and me going, Patrisse Cullors, come outside. But then she immediately jumps and says, Candace didn't know where she was at. And she was asking if this was the residence that Black Lives Matter purchased so that Black people could, as she said in the press and Black Lives Matter, have a creative space to create videos. Those two ideas conflict with one another. It is true that I showed up at one of the many $1 million residences that are connected to Black Lives Matter. I had no idea that Patrisse Cullors lived there. I had no idea that she was inside. There were no demands made. There was a security guard that was outside who happened to be white, might be relevant. And I simply asked him if there was anyone available that we could speak to about the purchase of this home. All right, guys, digital eye strain. You all know what I'm talking about.
Patrisse. Oh, Patrisse. See, Candace Owens, in yesterday's video that we checked out, released video footage of the entire situation, and there was no demands being made. There was no threats. There was no jumping of fences. There was, you know what I mean? Like, that's total BS. That's totally bogus. But hopefully Candace shows that video footage in this video here. But let's find out and see.
In case you are wondering why I was confused about which mansion or high-end home I was at, I just want to take you through Patrisse Cullors' real estate empire that she's been building in the background of the Black Lives Matter movement. Okay, so she spent $3.2 million on high-end homes between 2016 and 2021 at the peak of the movement. In 2016, she bought a home in Inglewood, California for $510,000. In 2018, she purchased a $590,000 home in South Los Angeles. In January, she purchased a $415,000 custom ranch in Conyers, Georgia, which features a private airplane hangar. That sounds nice. In 2021, she purchased a $1.4 million home in exclusive Los Angeles neighborhood of Topanga Canyon. That's the one that I was at. In 2022, they spent nearly $6 million. This is the organization directly in their donations to purchase a 6,500 square foot California mansion. And they made the purchase through an intermediary.
So she has not one, not two, not even three, but according to this, she has 4 homes. 4. And three of them are in California. 2 of them in the same city. Why do you need 2 mansions or big homes in the same city? Why? Shouldn't that money have been like given to somebody that actually needs it? You know, somebody that was a victim of some type of violence. You already had a home, you know? Like, am I right? Y'all let me know in the comment section, please. Let's get back to this video. My goodness, this stuff is crazy.
California mansion, and they made the purchase through an intermediary named Dwayne Pascal, who is the financial manager for an LLC owned by Black Lives Matter co-founder Patrisse Cullors and her wife.
She tried to finagle her way around it. Oh, we're gonna purchase it through this guy that manages this other LLC, but the LLC is actually under BLM. But we're not gonna purchase it under the BLM name. We're gonna purchase it under this other name over here with this guy's name on it, so that it doesn't look.
Speaking of her wife, BLM Canada, in the summer of 2021, purchased a 3-story Victorian mansion in Toronto to turn it into a $10,000 square foot art center and a meeting space. The $6.3 million mansion was bought by M4BJ. In case you're wondering what that is, it's an acronym for a Toronto-based nonprofit set up by Janaya Khan, the wife of Patrisse Cullors. All of this seems a little bit shady.
Yeah.
And by the way, that $6 million mansion, that 6,500 square foot one, I should mention that Patrisse recently came out and confessed that she lied. You know, they told us it was for arts and craft and creative activities for the Black Lives Matter community. Well, she came out after I showed up at her place and said, actually, you know what? I lied. And we actually have been using this for some other things, including her son's birthday party, her young son's birthday party. And also they hosted a party to celebrate the inauguration of Joe Biden. I thought she said she was scared for her kids. Who throws a celebration for Joe Biden if you've got any fear regarding children? But none of those facts.
Wow. Okay, I see where she was going there. Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, like I said earlier, if you felt like you were purchasing these homes legitimately, you wouldn't have tried to finagle, you know, a back doorway. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have my wife get this home under her organization so that it doesn't look like I was actually purchasing it or BLM. So that's a totally different entity that's over there, and hopefully nobody ever discovers that. Wrong. Candace Owens, the detective, is on the job, baby. She's gonna find it.
Actually mattered to Patrisse. She actually was able to work herself up into what I would describe as a histrionic personality disorder, maybe, and made herself cry on Instagram. Take a look.
Y'all, I really need my family to be safe. I need to be safe. I need my child to be safe. And this, what happened this morning is not safety. It's not what I deserve. It's not what any of us deserve.
Yeah, I really need my child to be safe. There's an 8-month pregnant woman outside asking politely.
Note to those that haven't seen the previous video, in that live, she restricted comments. Just wanted y'all to know that tidbit. There was a reason why.
If she can speak to somebody, and I don't know why I'm still sleeping and my child's not even here, but I hope that you believe these non-tears that are coming down my face. Here's what actually happened when I showed up at her house. Take a look. I did see some cars that were loaded, so there's definitely somebody home. Hello. I was just looking to speak to whoever is at this property because it's listed as the Black Lives Matter property. Sir? Hello? Are you instructed not to speak to anybody? We're not trying to harass you. We'll gladly leave. We're just wondering if we can speak to anybody. Thank you, sir. Have a great day. So the
Men lie, women lie, but the footage don't lie. Are you instructed not to speak to anybody? We're not going to harass you. We will gladly leave.
Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
Thank you. Have a great day.
So the moral of this saga is that Patrisse Cullors continues to lie. Black Lives Matter continues to lie. And the reason that she's lying and trying to squeeze out these last victim crocodile tears is because she knows the truth is coming. I've been working on this documentary for months to expose Black Lives Matter. It has frustrated me being a person that has always been telling the truth about what they were doing. Obviously, what looked to me to be a money laundering scheme was not exposed, but it seems finally the world is ready to hear the truth. And they can do so when they watch my documentary, which I'm doing with the Daily Wire. And it is going to get so much worse for this organization when people realize just how fraudulent they've been. Thanks for joining me on this.
Ooh, hey, listen, you know I'm checking that out. I can't wait till that come out, boy. I know it's gonna be good. I know it is going to be amazing. But yeah. And that's another thing too. Like I feel like a lot of these organizations are a little bit fraudulent, you know? If you're a fraud, you're a fraud. If you stole money, you stole money. When people started asking for the money, you going on stage and crying and complaining, oh man, you know, they're only doing this because of my skin color. Like that put up a red flag right there. Like if I'm running a nonprofit organization and my organization was supposedly to help a certain group of people, and people started coming to me and asking me for documentation on where I was spending that money, I would have no problem. Hey, here it is. Matter of fact, we got like 30 million in the bank still that we haven't distributed it. I've been paying myself about $2 million a year. I want to live comfortably. But we still got 30 million and we've already spent, another 55 million on these separate things. Here's all the documentation. Here you go. And I don't think anybody would have batted an eye. Nobody. Well, of course, there might have been a few people that would have looked at me crazy. Like, you paid yourself $2 million out of 90? Why'd you pay yourself so much? But for the most part, people would have just, oh, okay, yeah, sure, good for you. Hell, if I would have said, oh, I paid myself $5 million, I don't think anybody would have batted an eye, as long as I had documentation on where the rest of the money was and being spent, and I was actually spending it towards what the organization was saying it was supposed to be going towards. Let me know in the comment section if I were to say that out of 90 million, I paid myself 5, but here's the documentation on where I've spent the rest of the 60 is actually going towards the things that I said it was going towards, and the rest and the other 30 is over here in the bank. And I showed you documentation. Would you say okay and walk away, or would you be mad at me for paying myself 5? Let me know. I don't think most people would, but she didn't do that. That's the problem. She's paid herself well more than that, and has tried to hide it and finagle her way around this entire situation. And there's no finagling your way around it. The world is watching now. The world is watching. I think it's over with. But y'all let me know how you feel in the comment section below. Like, share, comment, and of course, hit that subscribe button right up over there before you go. Yeah, it's right up over there. Click that thing to subscribe. And after you do that, check out that video too. You might like it. Peace and love. I'm out.